Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a relaxing night so far, just chilling, right? Because trading can get kind of stressful at times, right? So, one of the plays I mentioned, TNFA, this one I said right at the beginning. The news, the key levels around $4, and then it just popping off. This went to almost $9 a share. That's over 100% gain. And another play I mentioned, ATCH. This one was a big move as well. I mentioned the key level. And the next play, JZXN, I said in the pre-market, that technical setup, and then it's just popping off. There's a lot more, but again, I don't want to spend too much time on the recaps. And the last play is QURE. This was the biggest gainer in the market. I believe this won 260%. And a big shout out to the family, right? The team. Everybody, I mean, not everybody, but a lot of people are on top of it. I saw people banking left and right, and it really made me glad, seeing people do great. And there was one person that really stood out to me where this person was just banking. I think he made like $7,000 on one trade. And this was the same person that I believe he said he was kind of struggling, right? The past few weeks. So if you're watching this video and you've been having a rough time trading, just remember that all it takes, I'm telling you from experience, all it takes is one solid day where it could completely flip your mindset around, and it could make a snowball effect where you could, do very good in terms of the momentum, right? Hope people understand what I'm saying. And also shout out to the people that help every day, like, right? Like ICP and a lot of people, right? I see you every day. Very good teamwork. So first stock for the video, AGRI. This one, agree. You gotta keep an eye on this, guys. This was a massive runner. This was a few days ago, and now it's forming a consolidation type of pattern that you have to watch. This stock, if you look at the news right here, right, their strategy is to acquire over $700 million worth of AVAX token. So what this stock is trying to do, they're trying to rebrand as AVAX One, positioning itself as the first NASDAQ company on focusing on the blockchain, right? So I'm gonna be watching AGRI tomorrow, the price action on this stock, because it's pretty interesting. I mean, it makes a big move up and then consolidation. So we want to see the stock break over that $4 level tomorrow. If it holds that, it'll be interesting. Next stock, OCGN. You have to watch OCGN, guys. This is an interesting bio stock. So OCGN is focusing on modifier gene therapy for inherited retinal disease. This stock is trying to expand, in my opinion. They're trying to really branch out geographically besides the United States, right? So OCGN, this one I remember it clearly. This was a big runner several years ago. This was like during those remember this was like 6 years ago, right? OCGN looks like a multi candidate. I'm gonna be watching this close. Next stock, RCT. You have to watch RCT, guys. This stock today had Nvidia type of news, and this stock was just holding those key levels. It looks just like a potential multi-day setup if it holds that $150 psychological pivot area. So when it comes to this Nvidia news, it's not something crazy, like groundbreaking in my opinion, but it still has that name, Nvidia, right? The reason I'm mentioning that is because, yes, I did say in the past that when a small cap has large cap connection news such as Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, Google, most of the time I'd say 85% of the time it's a really good thing, but it's not 100%, right? Because remember yesterday there was a stock that had Nvidia news, DBGI. Remember that stock ended up just tanking. It was just tanking super hard. It felt like it was like 23 and it fell all the way to 3. So you really want to keep that in mind when you're trading. Nothing is guaranteed. No trade is 100% is going to go up. So if you remember that, you're going to do really good. Because a lot of people I see on stock tweets, I see on Twitter, they're very, very, very like, like almost like hypnotized on a stock. They're saying, oh, this is going to go to the moon 100%, 200%. But you never know, guys. Something could fall a lot. So next stock is CDLX. This one, you have to watch, guys. This is another multi-day potential setup. So this is in a really interesting sector, right? If you look here, it's kind of in advertising, commerce, media, kind of like marketing, right? Type of place. So I'm going to be watching this stock closely. I mean, it's testing over those moving averages as well. Next stock, AERT. We got to watch this stock because, again, this is trying to form that consolidation over that multi-day time frame. And this stock announced an AI-powered content automation solution claiming large efficiency gain. So when we're talking about AERT, the big level I'm looking at, you already know, guys. If you watch my videos, what do you guess was the big level on AERT? You gotta see that dollar break, right? Because right now, I mean, it's under $1. So I just want to mention this because recently I've been seeing a lot of small cap just make a big move up and then continuing over it. So next stock, YYAI. This one I said on stock tweets, right? I said a several posts about it. It was around, I think it was like 228 or 230, something like that, 232. I said I was adding dip. So the reason this caught my eye, right? The reason it's interesting is because they announced a $500 million joint venture to launch a cryptocurrency exchange. And if you look at the market cap on this stock, as well as the fundamental fact that they reported 146% year-over-year revenue increase just recently, combined with the business, they're basically expanding their business and entering new, as you see here in the news, right, $500 million joint venture. And this stock, if you look at the daily chart, I mean, it has a lot of range as well. So I thought it was an interesting trade idea around that 225 psychological dip area once they held over that, right? Because I like my quarter-cent interval. So it made a really nice bounce, actually. It was like a 16% pop to 265. But I'll still be watching this stock. Next stock is NCNA. You gotta watch NCNA, guys. This is a stock that has that chemo angle, right? This is right here. To improve chemotherapy drugs. So this stock is planning to, basically it's the stock of the pipeline. If you look at the pipeline, there's a potential catalyst down the line. And I mentioned this stock, I'm pretty sure, several times in the past. When I made videos on it, I believe when it was 350. I'm not 100% sure. It was like 350. And if you check right now, this stock went up actually to 531 recently. This was a week ago. And right now it's trading at 403. So NCN is, I believe, a reverse split as well, micro float. I'm going to be watching this stock closely, 1 million float. And I said in the past that for my videos, the reason I only include a very few data points is because if I talk about, like 10 factors for one stock, the video is going to be like an hour long. And I can't do that. So I'm pretty much just pointing out stocks so you guys could do more research if you like the pick, you know what I'm saying? So you could do more research if you like the stock. So next stock, there's only like two stocks left, I believe. Next stock is DTSS. This one, DataSeed. Really interesting stock. This company announced $100 million in a 5G AI contract with a major client. They're trying to increase their presence, right? So DTSS, there's a relatively low market cap. And if there's potential contract as well as successful product launches, in my opinion, this could have a big impact on the stock. If you look at the technical chart as well, this usually has really nice price action. Once it has news, the stock usually runs a lot. So I'm going to be paying attention to this level, the support levels, right? So next stock, POAI. This one, predictive oncology. So if POAI AI model succeeds in predicting tumor drug response, that's a high margin, high value area. This stock, if you look at the stock I mentioned earlier, I think again they're trying to expand their company to other countries, right? In my opinion, Europe. So POAI, this one daily chart again, this looks like a multi-day type of setup. I recommend you do more research if you like the stock. It's in a really interesting angle as well. And last stock for the video, PSQH. This one I've been hearing that there's potential news coming out related to crypto. And someone, like two people, told me to make a video on this as well. So it's pretty interesting how the stock also closed over the key moving average. I believe it was the 200 moving average, and on top of that, the stock has high insider ownership. If you trade small caps and you're confused, what does that mean? Right? Usually, if a stock has high insider ownership, that's usually a good thing, right? If a stock has a lot of institutional as well as high insider ownership, it's a bullish factor, in my opinion, right? Combined with the fact that the stock has high short percent float, right? I'm gonna pay attention to the stock, PSQH. If you could pull up the chart as well on the extended time frame. Pretty interesting stock. So today's video, that's for the picks, guys. Hope everybody has a great night. The educational videos are coming, guys, and I did make them already. I have two made already, but I have to finalize it, right? I have to talk over it as well as do some little editing and stuff, but it's already made. I made like two already, so they will be coming guarantee probably by the end of the week. So stick around for that, guys, and have a great night. Sleep nice, and let's have a good morning tomorrow, guys. Good night, everybody.